Hey guys, it's Kevin again. This is my review for the series premiere of the Netflix original series, Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. Now, I didn't know too much about this show, but I heard a lot about it surrounding Netflix, and also I found the story kind of interesting. I mean, just the fact that this was originally supposed to be an NBC show, and NBC completely rejected it, and then Netflix picked it up, and it already is renewed for a second season. So I thought, wow, this show is going to be very promising, and after watching it, I checked out the pilot, and what I gotta say, I absolutely love this show. I think this is going to be I think this is going to be Netflix's next great comedy. I already really love this show. I can see why Netflix picked it up. They always know what to pick up, especially after Richie Rich. I'm very happy they picked this up because this show is actually very good. It's a very original concept as well, which I think is very funny. And let's just get into the plot of Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. Basically, the plot is we have this girl Kimmy who for the past 15 years has been, ever since she was a teenager, she has been held captive underground by this reverend who basically told her and three other women that the earth was destroyed in an apocalypse, and basically they've stayed there for 15 years. Well, one day finally these people finally find them, and they end up on the news. And when Kimmy is asked what she wants to do with her life, she doesn't really answer. So basically, they now have to try to figure out what they want to do. The other girls want to just go back to their normal life and stay together, while Kimmy says that no, she doesn't want to do that. She wants to explore the world and start over in New York City because she's never really been exposed much. A lot's changed since she went underground, and she really wants to adjust to new life. And basically, that's basically the plot of Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, and I think it's a fantastic plot, and I definitely really love that about the plot of the show. I think it works very well. Now, there are a lot of things I was definitely looking forward to in the show. First of all, the cast in this show, I have to say, is fantastic. All the acting in the show, right across the board, is fantastic. Now, Ellie Kemper, I have seen her in one thing, and that is when she hosted for Ellen when she was sick, and I have to say, she just has this amazing presence in this show. That she is the thing that really makes the show work. She's so funny. She's so cute. I don't want to say she's hot because she's not. She's just cute, you know? She's this cute presence that you see. And it's also really funny just to see her, just to think of somebody who's never been really exposed to a lot of things. I mean, there are a lot of things going on in the world that she is new to, like iPhones and just the think of technology 15 years ago and now think of it now. Just it's really different for her, and it's really funny to watch her explore her culture and explore the different stuff going on in New York City. It definitely is very funny, and there's some very funny scenes that have to do with that, and I definitely really enjoyed that. And I think she as an actress is also very funny. I definitely want to see her do more stuff after this. She is a fantastic actress. I can't wait to see more of what Ellie Kemper does because she's great on this show, I have to say. Let's talk about Titus Burgess as Titus, who, in my opinion, steals the show. His character is fantastic. I love his character. He is this guy who is gay. He is also Kimmy's roommate, and he is this singer that basically he auditioned for The Lion King many times, but he never actually made it. And we really find out more about his character in the last few minutes of this episode, and I think it's actually very well done. You really do care for his character, and I, as a person, really did care for him. I think he does an amazing job. He's very funny, and wow, can he sing. You really feel very vulnerable for him as well, because he's also going through a struggle and trying to adjust to his own life, and I definitely really love the bonding between him and Kimmy. I definitely really like the bonding between the two of them, and I think the both of them just did a very good job, and they have very good chemistry together, definitely. Carol Kane in this show, oh my god, she's so funny, but so creepy as well. She is their landlord, and she's so creepy. I can already tell she's going to be a creepy, creepy character, but it's really funny to watch, and just, she's so funny in the show. Jane Krakowski plays this girl, Jacqueline Voorhees, who she's totally playing like sort of the same character she played on 30 Rock, but she's still great at it. That's why she still gets cast in these roles, because she's great at it, and I think she's great here as well, and I definitely love her character. She knows her character, she's doing a very good job with it, and I definitely really like what she is doing with her character. She's very funny, and we don't see too much of her in this episode, but she definitely did a very good job for what she was in. Now, I want to talk about the three girls from the cult. Cindy, Gretchen, and Donna. The ones that played them are all very good. I want to see more of I want to see more of them. I want to see more of what's going on with them. More of where they went after Kimmy decided to live in New York. I want to see what's really going on there because I think that could be very interesting as well. So overall, all the characters are great. I also want to talk about John Hamm, who is great as the Reverend. He's so funny in this show. He's great in this role. I didn't realize John Hamm was in the show, but he is great in the show. And really, he makes Kimmy realize that she can survive in this life because she almost gives up on herself, believe it or not. And I thought that was interesting when we found that out, that you know, she's, kind of adjusting to this life and almost gives up, but then she realizes how strong she was with the Reverend because she realized, you know what, the Reverend is kind of lying. She can tell the Reverend was lying to them because he said all the animals died, but he had this rat, and he tried to keep the secret from them. It's amazing that they actually kept this secret and how he did this to them, and some of them were believable. In fact, Gretchen believes everything that she's told, and I think that's hilarious about her character. Another one, these three are pretty much convinced that what happened was true, but Kimmy was sort of the one that was the smart one of the group, and I definitely really like about her character. I think she does a very good job, and then I definitely really like that. I think she's very funny with that. Now, I really want to talk about the directing to the show by Tina Fey. She created the show, and again, she does an amazing job. Anytime Tina Fey creates something, she's great at it. But this also is another great thing that she has created. She did a very good job with it, and I definitely like her tone, definitely. Now, the writing in the show is by far the best part of the show, because the writing would not have been as strong as it was. I would not have liked this show as much. The writing is just so great in this show. The writing is perfect, really it is. The writing is great. There's nothing here that I'm like, oh, I don't like that scene. And it's so funny as well. It had me laughing so much throughout the whole episode, and I love that. I love that I was having a good time with it. I had a whole huge smile on my face the whole time I was watching it. I can definitely tell I'm really gonna enjoy this show. And I think I'm gonna fall in love with these characters. I really do feel like I am gonna fall in love with these characters. And I'm very interested in seeing where the characters go from here, because I think it's a very cool concept, and I definitely really like that. I know I keep saying it's a cool concept, but it's just it. A lot of people say you can't do a lot of stuff with comedy these days, but you can, and this works really well. Yeah, it's typical fish out of water story, but it's also a story about a girl who's just trying to adjust to a new life, and I like that because sometimes people have to change their life, and this show shows that she needs some direction in her life, and I like seeing that with her character, definitely. And Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt is the perfect title for the show because she really is unbreakable. Nothing's gonna break her because of how strong she is. She's a very strong woman, and I love that about her character. The cinematography on the show is great. The editing is great. And that's really all I have to say about this first episode. And yeah, there is 12 more, and I am going to review the entire first season when I'm done watching it, which I feel like I'm going to binge this pretty quickly, definitely. I mean, it's only 20-something minute episodes, so I can definitely see why. I mean, I will say this, you can definitely tell that this was an NBC show because they don't really curse in the show. Don't expect a typical Netflix show with tons of swearing and things like that because you can tell this was supposed to be NBC. I'm kind of surprised by how long it was though. Like the first episode is 24 minutes, and I don't know if NBC do like a limited commercial thing, but wow, that's kind of long for your typical network show. A typical network show is like 40, either 40 minutes or 21 minutes. So I found that kind of interesting. And this was 24 minutes, and then I saw another episode that was like 28 minutes. So I find that kind of interesting. I don't know if Netflix added content in there, but if they did, that's greatly appreciated because I definitely like where they're going. And I think if this wouldn't have been picked up by Netflix, this show would not have been as good because Netflix knows what a good show is. Netflix knows when they see a good show, and I think this was the perfect thing to be picked up to Netflix. And I definitely really love where the show is going. So there are 12 episodes left because there are 13 altogether, and I'm very excited for these next 12 episodes. I'm interested in seeing what's going to happen in them. I think the show is going to get funnier and funnier as it goes on, definitely. And one of the things I'm looking forward to the most is just seeing her life and how she's going to adjust to new life. It's going to be very funny to see. And as I said, I definitely sympathize with Titus's character. I hope he does make it in Broadway. Now, right now, he is just a robot in Times Square, but I feel like Kimmy's gonna help him out, help him become more famous, and help him become more confident about himself. Because he seems confident, but he doesn't seem confident enough to actually try to audition again. It just seems like he's kind of given up on that, because of course he changed his name and everything, so I really hope that he does try to put himself out there and try to fix his life and kind of turn his life around, because I definitely want to see him do that. And I think that's something that I'm definitely looking forward to seeing. But overall, guys, that's it for my review of the pilot of Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. Let me know what you guys think of the show. Overall, guys, I absolutely love this show. I can't wait for the next episode. And I will see you guys in my next video, which will be for... I think it might actually be for the review of the first season. I think I'm going to finish this pretty quickly. If it's not that, it'll be for a movie review. So I'll see you guys with that. Okay, bye.